target shooting on the Mount Hood National Forest is an appropriate use of the forest, as long as it's done in a safe manner and in a manner that's respectful of the natural resources around us. When folks come out to the forest to shoot, the first thing they should do is find a site that has an appropriate natural backstop. So the backstop, you shouldn't rely on trees to be able to stop your bullets, but we're talking more about a mound of dirt or some rock backing, something that's large enough to stop a bullet, so you know that that's the end right there. Folks should bring either professionally manufactured types of targets, there's a number of those out there on the market, or something they've made themselves at home that's made of paper or cardboard that can be easily picked up after they're done and taken home with them. The problem with other types of things that people bring out for targets is that they often shatter or fall into lots of small pieces, and it makes it very difficult, if not impossible, to clean up. And in some sites that get used repeatedly, this adds up, and we get large amounts of trash that get left behind from those targets that are really not appropriate for using in the forest. To make sure that people are respectful of those resources and are doing it in a safe manner that protects our publics and our employees. So they require people to not shoot at trees, for example, or post their targets onto trees. No shooting across or from any trails or roads. That has to do with safety. We want to make sure people know where their bullets are going and that nobody is going to be crossing that path. The west side of the Mount Hood National Forest in particular is heavily impacted by target shooters. It's unfortunately a small number of irresponsible shooters who leave a large impact behind. We have, on this district, we have a number of sites where we have known locations where people bring trash to dump, either specifically to shoot it or just to dump it, and then shooters come afterwards and make it much harder to pick up once they've shot up a lot of the trash that's been dumped. We have about 30 locations on the district that have been impacted to the extent of trees being shot down, and not just one or two trees in most cases. Some of the footprints are as large as an acre or an acre and a half of trees that have been shot down over time by shooters. And we have had a few close calls where employees have come close to being struck, and in a couple cases contractors who are doing work for us have come close to being struck by stray bullets from shooters. To give you an example, just this past summer we had two employees who were leading a public tour on a weekend in an area of the forest, and during the course of the discussion they were having out in the woods, several gunshots were heard, and both employees reported bullets coming so close they felt the breeze from the bullet go by them while they were standing out there. So, you know, just another inch or two to the left or to the right, and we could have had a tragedy on our hands.
I'm Jim Asog, and I've been shooting roughly 50 years of my lifetime. I start shooting in the military, and I continue shooting with my children and grandchildren. I'm a certified NRA instructor, both in rifle and pistol, and do a little bit of gunsmithing on the side. I think it's a skill. You learn discipline and responsibility. It's a whole outdoor experience for the majority of people that come out here to expect a really clean area. Well, when you go to these areas that they've shot down trees, left refrigerators, TV sets, and the rest of it all busted up, it's really bad. It's just, you know, there's no reason to do it. It's cheaper to dump that stuff in the garbage can. I've seen enough roads closed up and blocked off because of people abusing what we have. Why do people do that? It doesn't make any sense to me. It's a waste of good firewood, really.
So what we really need from our appropriate users of the forest, our target shooters who treat the land with respect, is to help outreach some of the messaging. If you see folks, as long as you feel comfortable and you feel safe approaching them, if you see folks who are leaving trash behind or causing a mess or shooting at trees, try and educate them about the proper way to do things. If you don't feel safe doing that, I'd encourage folks, if they see people who are doing the wrong thing out there, to come contact us at the ranger station through either a phone call or by stopping in at the front desk and letting us know what you saw out there so we can follow up with that.